Good morning everyone, and welcome to Monday morning's live stroll with myself and Azra. It is currently 5:10 a.m. We've had a bit of rain again, but it didn't really look like it's come to much. To be honest with you, it's quite windy though, so I don't know how the sound is this morning. Obviously we are back to, unfortunately, having to use a little bit of artificial light. Been quite lucky, obviously, over the weekend, not had to use it at all. For those that normally join me during the week, you'll know that I've been back now from Disney. Well, we got back about this time, maybe slightly later, a week ago. After a cancelled Eurostar train, and I had a little fall at the station as well. So I wasn't able to do the lives at all last week. And to be honest with you, I'm still in quite a bit of pain, but it's more manageable now than it was this time last week. How I got off that train and onto another train, I'll never know, but I wish I'd have looked it really, but I think at the time you don't even think about the things like that, to be honest with you. You're more worried about just getting yourself and your family from A to B. And to be fair, they were both amazing. James took my backpack and the small case. Julia had her backpack in the other case. All I had was the tickets. But my goodness, was it hard work, guys. It has been confirmed that it is a thigh strain, a bad one. So it can take 4 to 6 weeks to really properly heal. And that's if you can rest it properly. Now, over the weekend, I will admit I've done absolutely zero, really. Done a few little jobs, but nothing major. The one thing I did have to do yesterday that, my goodness, really put pain through my body was I had to go in the loft for Mum. I did send James up, but I had to go up there and supervise as well. Wow, the pain was horrendous, absolutely horrendous. Anyway, you don't want to keep hearing about me and my ailments. We are back, and that is the main thing. And as I say, hopefully, everything permitting, normal service will be resumed. So we are heading up towards the other end of the village. That is the plan. I'm not sure whether I'm going to do the complete circle for the time being. I think I've got a plan in my head as to what I'm going to do, and hopefully that'll be enough. I'm always conscious to make sure I get my exercise and her exercise, and that's what I was really frustrated about last week. More for her. No, that's not true, for both of us. Because she was still getting out a little bit. But yeah, just making sure we were both getting our exercise after last week and not being able to get out at all. So yeah, we're back. If you are new to the channel, do make sure you like and subscribe. We're out pretty much every morning now. During the week it's a bit harder because we're using the artificial light. But at the weekends, with the clocks changing, we've now got reasonable light from about sort of 6 o'clock, so it might get a bit worse, but we're all right for the time being. What's everybody up to today? Is it a normal work day, leisure day, nothing day? Where are you watching from? What time is it there? As I say, currently here is it's coming up to 5:15 a.m. This morning, guys, I was up about 4:30, and as soon as I came down, I put some cold gel on my leg, and then I put one of these pads on now, these cold sort of pads. And I was speaking about this yesterday. I put it on sort of across the thigh rather than down the thigh today, thinking, oh, that might be a bit better, it might actually last. But it's absolutely rubbish. Good thing they were quite cheap. Well, I say quite cheap, £1.75 each, so not that expensive at all. But the gel and the spray work so much better. But I was hoping the pad would go on and it would actually last. And it just doesn't seem to do anything, it really doesn't. It's so annoying. I think when I get to work, put the old gel on and spray on before I go work, and sort of just try and get up and down as much as, or as little as possible, sorry, because it's absolutely killing. Go on, keep going, Azra. Good girl, good. Come on. Good girl. What we are going to do, guys, is we're going to go up to the end of this road. Right now, what we were doing prior to going away was we were doing a left at the end and then sort of following essentially the outside of the village. We're not going to do that. We're just going to follow it, get to the end, do a right and follow the high street back along. I think that'll be enough for me this morning. Come on, Azra. Good girl. Good girl. Sniff, sniff, sniff a lot today. I keep thinking to yourself, you've got to go through these paying for a shoulder with this leg, and I did yesterday morning if you were with me, but yeah, there was a point, and again if you've been with me before you'll know, where we get to the end of the wooded area and step over the stile, and you will physically hear me grimace at stop because it hurted that much. But the morning before I had to call Julia to come and pick me up. I didn't announce that on the live. I just stopped the live a lot earlier than I normally would have. But yesterday morning I really wanted to work through it, and this is how I'm going to have to try and be. I think no pain, no gain, eh? Anyway. It's a good thing when I get home. Now I have probably an hour, hour and a half to myself almost, because it just gives me a bit of time just to rest the leg, have a little bit of breakfast, because it is zero fun at the minute, I tell you. My car is being serviced today. I almost forgot about that. I've got all the parts ready. I did all that over the weekend. I bought all the parts prior that it should need. Second of two pubs in the village here. I'm sure if you've been with me before, you'll have seen this before. This is the Black Horse. You can't really see it with this light. I don't know why this road is shut at the minute. Maybe for I don't know. Could be fibre optic, could be electric, could be anything. There was nothing on the sign saying why it was shut. If you are new to the channel, just make sure you like and subscribe. It does really mean a lot. We are out every morning for my sins at the minute, the way my leg is. But I really missed doing it last week, and I think that was the thing that really bothered me, along with being in quite a lot of pain. I really miss doing these lives. As I've said before, I'm out anyway, and as such, if I'm out, I really don't mind bringing you guys along with me, to be honest with you. So at the end of this road, we are going to do a right. I have decided, whilst we've been walking, Azra, good girl. I have decided that I'm not going to put my leg through any more abuse by extending the walk. I'm just going to wrap ourselves around and then back up the high street towards home. That'll be enough, I think, this morning. I'm not quite sure how well these lights are working this morning. Looking through the phone, they look all right, just about. I'm not sure quite how charged they really are, so that's going to be a job when I get home as well, get all these lights on charge, I think. Come on, Azra. Having some more sniffing. What does it sound this time? Did it just say shut? Yeah. Not as to what they're doing, nothing. Just shut. Come on, Azra. Come on, Azra. Come on, Azra. Good girl. So in a minute, guys, if you've been with me before, you'll know where we're coming up to. We're coming up to the high street, where we then do a right and we just follow it all along towards home. I'll keep on going, I think, with the low numbers this morning until we get to the village centre, and then after that, depending on numbers, I think we've wrapped this one up. Now what I will say is, and I was criticising it earlier on, the cool pad I've got on my thigh just feels like it's beginning to work. The leg just feels a little bit more relaxed, but whether that's the gel as opposed to the pad, I don't know, but it just feels a bit more comfortable at the minute. Go on, Azra. Go on, Azra, good girl. I must say we've had a lot, very, very good numbers at the weekend with not only people viewing, but also new subscribers as well. It's been really good over the weekend, and that's been really, really positive. During the week is always a bit funny. That's sort of what you're going to get, which is why I sort of always sort of gauge it. And if the numbers are quite low, sort of we just shorten the stroll. And sometimes come on, Azra. Payment, good girl. Got a jogger coming up behind, which was bothering her. There's absolutely no way I could do anything like that at the minute. It is a real effort to be even walking a minute, guys, I tell you. But as I say, once I get home, I will get some more spray on, and then before I go to work, I'll put some more gel on. I'll take it all to work with me anyway, And then hopefully it'll be tolerable. Went in here, this is the new pub I've been telling you has been renovated. Went in here the day before the day before we went to the day we went to Euro Disney. Went for lunch before we got on the train. Really, really nice in there now. Completely different. And they must have spent a few bob in there to get it all looking like that. It really was looking really nice. I think they would attract a completely new clientele in there now, you know. And it was really busy. You know, we went in there for lunch. Admittedly it was early. I think we got there about midday, or just after we'd booked. Azra, wait, good girl. Go on then, good girl. By the time we left, which we were only in there probably an hour to an hour and a half, it was full, and I mean full, guys. You know, they're doing really, and it was sort of it was a weekday, it was during the day. I think you can probably read the demographic of who was in there. A lot of older people. But that was never the case in there, I don't think, before. I think it was more of a younger, maybe middle-aged sort of place. But now they've really done a lot of work with the restaurant, made it more appealing, I think. And it's also separate, completely separate from the main bar. That, I think, helps massively as well, because people don't sort of hear, it doesn't bother us, but you don't hear sort of the rowdiness going on in the bar area, because it's sort of around the other side. So it does massively help. As I say, it doesn't bother us when we've been in there, but to older people, they want to go in there for a nice meal. They don't want to hear all the rowdiness, do they? Anyway, if you're ever in the little village, pop in and have a look. Come on, good girl. So what I'm going to do, guys, is when we get to the other side of this, the village centre, depending on numbers, I'll just wrap this one up. Gives me a chance to moan to myself about how much my leg's hurting, and just have a bit of time, quiet time before we get home. Fish and chip shop on here, we understand it's being taken over fairly soon. Hopefully they'll be more friendly in there than they are at the minute. The food isn't bad, but I just begrudge going in there unless I absolutely have to, because they're just so miserable, almost verging on rude. Shame. On the right hand side here, you've got two barber shops and a sort of beauty parlour, nail bar sort of place. And I want to show you these handmade poppy. Look at that. It's nice, isn't it? Someone's handmade that. Beautiful. 1945 to 2025. And here we are in the city centre. Why am I saying city centre? Village centre. Little chemist here. Co-op here on the right hand side. Butcher's there on the left. It's over there. I'm going to cross over. And we've got the War Memorial in front. And then the church beyond that, can't really see it. We might be able to see the spire in the background there. She's remembering Sunday in the UK on this Sunday coming. Busy weekend of activities in the village, actually. I just want to show you the sign as well, actually, because they've decorated this as well. Before we go. the whole sign is poppyfied. Right guys, I think that's enough from me today. We've done well, but we'll have a bit of quiet time now. Have a great day, whatever you're up to, and we will reconvene tomorrow. You coming, Azra?